Thank you for joining us, everybody. My name is Keith Carberry. We do appreciate you coming here almost each and every day. Today, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about search engine optimization. Yesterday, if you were on the show, well, you noticed that we talked about search engine optimization and tied that into why it's important to use that feature inside the Power Lead system. Today is a general conversation about search engine optimization. We're going to try to get demystify it, I guess is the right word, as we can see it right there. We're going to go over some basics of search engine optimization, talk about on-site and off-site SEO, how to get rankings, and some expectations. A lot of times people start to think that if they implement SEO today, that they're going to they're going to all of a sudden be on page one ranking tomorrow. Search engine optimization is a lengthy, long-term process, and you need to know that going in right from the start. It's a long-term process. And as it says here, search engine optimization, SEO, is the process of improving the visibility of a website or a web page in search engines via the natural or unpaid, also known as organic or algorithmic search results. In general, the earlier or higher ranked your search results page, and more frequently a site appears in the search results list, the more visitors it will receive from the search engine's users. Search engine optimization may target different kinds of search, including image search, local search, video search, academic search, news search, and industry-specific vertical search engines. So how do you improve SEO? Well, SEO is accomplished from two basic components. There is on-site SEO and off-site SEO, also known as on-page and off-page. Folks, you need both of these components in place to get the best results. On-site search engine optimization is just what it implies. Anything that is on your website that can be improved upon optimum search engine ranking. We're going to talk about that a little bit further. The search engines look for a combination of items on your website. Your domain name. The age of your domain name matters. Yes, age matters in this case, just like a fine wine. A brand new site with a new domain name is going to be more difficult to rank. It can take up to 6 months or more. When purchasing or renewing your domain name, register it for at least 2 years. Many people make that mistake and register it for less than 2 years. I've done it. We've all done it. If you really care about that name and really care about that website, you really need to register it for more than 2 years. Many times I go out 5 years now. Keywords should be in your domain name. They do help. Not always, but they do help. Here's something important and easy to fix too, your title. The title bar on your website should include one of your keyword phrases. So for instance, in this website that you're in now, VirCast, the title bar has the name VirCast on it, and then it will say something like virtual webcasting, something like that. I can't remember what keywords I used, but that's where you want to use it. Keyword should be to the left, so it should start. So for instance, let's say that, and I may actually have it wrong here, but if you look at the title bar of VirCast, it should say virtual webcasting, and then maybe a bar or a space, and then it might say the name of the website, VirCast, because you want to have your keyword first and then your name second. Again, unless you have a strong branding like McDonald's or Google. Each page of your website should have a different title. The title should be less than 70 characters. Let's talk about the description for a second. Each page should have a separate description. So if you have a website that johnsmith.com, and you have a page that says how to do blank, and then you would have another page where it says support, you would want to change each title and each description for each page that you have for that webcast. All right? Include keyword phrases in your description. So for instance, our VirCast website, if we're looking to promote video conferencing software, we would make sure that the word video conferencing software would be just about everywhere that's appropriate. Make your description enticing to the reader. We offer the best virtual video conferencing software in the market today. Here's why. Video conferencing software is very popular, and here's why. Your description should be at least 160 characters. So what is off-site search engine optimization? Well, that is where you get backlinks, links coming from different places, and not all backlinks are equal. .edu, .gov, and .org carry more weight than the .coms. Sites with a higher page rank also come with more weight. So if you have a backlink coming from Google saying, "Hey, we like this website," right? That means a lot. Sites relevant to your industry are better. So if you have, so for instance, if I get a backlink from maybe a magazine like PC Magazine, and their technology, and they're doing a review on web conferencing, and they talk about my website and they give a link, that's going to carry a lot more weight than if John Smith just created a website and then created a link to my VirCast. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. If you sell locally, sites in your local area are good for you as well. Look for secondary keywords that you can rank for while you are waiting to improve your rankings on more competitive keywords. That's exactly something that we did with our website VirCast here. We were using, we've got a couple different keywords that we're working on. The first keyword that we're working on is virtual webcast. And we knew that that was kind of a small, easy place to start from. And now we're working on video conferencing software. So that's what that means by that. Start small and work your way up a little bit to a more competitive keyword. As a general rule of thumb, you want to look for keyword phrases that have less than 500,000 competing pages in a broad match search, and look for less than 30,000 in an exact match search. I don't know what just happened here. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, guys. I just hit the wrong button here. Let me see if I can... Not exactly sure what I did here. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Choose appropriate keywords for your website. Don't reinvent the wheel. Try to come up with something fancy. And that's serious, that's true. Use different keywords on different pages. So for instance, if your keyword is video conference software on your front page and you have a support page, you might want to say supporting video conferencing software, something like that. Use different keywords on different pages, 1 or 2 keywords on a page, but don't use too many or it'll confuse the search engines. Images. Well, one of the things you can't do is for images, they can't be read, right? Search engines can't see images. They can't visualize it. They don't know what it means. So you need to use the alt text in your HTML. So when you hover over it, it'll have some type of alternative text to it. So here it says SEO. You can't read that image, but underneath it, if you tag it as search engine optimization, then the readers will know what it's all about. Analytics. You need to pay attention to your bounce rate. A high bounce rate will indicate that to Google that visitors do not find your content relevant and your rankings will drop. Google Analytics is a must. Now, I wanted to add another line here that says, unless you're using another analytical program. It's okay to have something else other than Google, but maybe you might want to have both. As always, and you've probably heard this 1,000 times from me and 1,000 times from other people, content is king. The search engines reward frequent, relevant content. After the Panda update in early 2011 and another one in 2013, I can't remember what that was called, this is even more important. About 15% of websites saw a drop in their rankings because they weren't providing content, new, fresh content. You do want to use internal linking to your own website. Let me quickly explain what internal linking is. Let's say that you've got a support page and you're on the support page, and in part of the support page you reference pricing, and you also have a pricing page. You would then want to create, you might want to say, well, as our pricing indicates, and you might want to have a link to your pricing page from your support page. Same thing true with the front page. Internal linking is a good thing for search engine optimization. And a lot of people don't do internal linking. That's why I want to kind of focus on that a little bit. The bulk of offsite SEO comes from building backlinks. Backlinks, again, as we mentioned before, are when another website has a link to your website. This gives your website a point in search engine's eyes. And this is where we kind of left off before. I missed a section there, and that's why I had to go back a little bit, and I apologize for that. And as I mentioned before, not all backlinks are equal. Do not use link exchanges. If you have tried to use link exchanges, you'll find that they don't work, and they probably will actually harm you over the short term and long term. A link exchange is if I say to somebody else, say, hey, listen, let's get together, a group of 100 people, and I'll put my link, then let me put my link on your website, and I'll put your link on my website. It doesn't work that way. One-way backlinks is what works. One-way backlinks. If you have links back to each other, they usually cancel out each other, and again, it may just harm you. So where do backlinks come from? Well, they come from directories. So if you want to look for a directory of video conference software companies, you want to have VirCast, we want to have it there. If you want to look for how to hold a webinar on a blog post, you want to be able to have I want to be able to have VirCast mentioned in a blogcast like that. They can be in forums, social bookmarking sites, article directories, video sharing sites, like YouTube, status sites, podcast directories. How many backlinks do you need? Well, isn't that the age-old question? I've sat down with a professional SEO person in my town of Boston, and spent quite a bit of time with him, and he explained to me that the number of backlinks is not as important as much as the quality is. And I still don't know what the right number is, but there is a number. The best way to look at it is look at your competition. How many backlinks does your competition have? Well, if they have a good number, you want to have something similar to that or more, right? If you're local, you need less than that because it's a regional situation. If you have a competitive local niche, you will also need more. You need to outwork the competition, basically, right? So look at what your competition is doing and do better than that. Offsite, other stuff. Local SEO needs to take Google Places into consideration. Reviews also play an indirect part. I think they take place as a bigger part. If somebody's going to do a review, a product review of video conference software, it would be great to have VirCast ranked in that review as a positive review. Social media presence also counts. So, for instance, one of the things that we'll be working on with VirCast in the near future is to have a mighty fine fan page. A brand new site will not necessarily get ranked as easily as a site that has been around longer. Not impossible, though. You will have to outwork your competition in order to catch up with them to get ahead. Search engine optimization is like uh, watching wallpaper dry or watching paint dry, excuse me. It is extremely boring. So isn't brushing your teeth, right? But is brushing your teeth necessary? Well, if you want to have good, strong, healthy teeth, it is. So think of search engine optimization as a necessary evil because brushing your teeth is not a fun thing. It's boring, but you got to do it, right? So in order to get your rankings, you need to do search engine optimization. And remember, look for secondary keywords you can rank for while you are waiting to improve rankings or more competitive keywords. And as we mentioned before, I've shown this page already because I did an accidental jumping around of things. As a general rule of thumb, you want to look for keyword phrases that have less than 500,000 competing pages in a broad match search. So, like for instance, webinar might be a broad match search, and it probably has more than 500,000 competing pages. But you want to look for something that's less than 500,000. And then you want to put in quotes the word webinar and see if that is less than 30 for an exact match search. You can get more than just your website ranked. Excuse me, you can get more than just your website ranked. Pages within your website as well as blog posts. One of the things that I've always done, and I only do it because I know it's necessary, and it's something that you should consider doing too. If you have a website, you should also have a website, a blog that's attached to it. So, for instance, VirCast.com, we have VirCast.com/blog, which is the page that we're working on today, as a matter of fact, because we had some minor issues that have just been fixed, and we need to change around our website a little bit. So in any case, having a blog site that's attached to your website is very important, so you can get some certain pages ranked as well. Other content also ranks, such as videos and articles. All of your content should point back to your website. Okay, internal linking or external linking. Don't expect results overnight. As we've mentioned earlier, it takes a long time for search engine optimization to start to work. Patience is a virtue when it comes to SEO. You need to have a consistent campaign and continue your internet marketing strategy month after month, just like brushing your teeth. It's not okay to brush your teeth every day one month and then the next month not brushing your teeth for the whole month. It's not okay, right? Always check out the competition. I actually checked out my competition a couple days ago, and the competition gave me a phone call, and it got me thinking, maybe I should be doing that as well. I see that you signed up. Thanks for signing up. Is there anything we can do to help you, right? You can check their keywords, their metadata, their backlinks, their social media presence, and more. Look at your competition, do what they do, but do it better, right? For competition in Google Places, you also want to check out those listings. Do they have pictures, or Google Plus, or whatever you want to call it now? Do they have pictures and videos? Videos paint 1,000 words, a million. Pictures paint 1,000 words. Videos paint a billion words, right? What categories are they listed in? Use this to your advantage. The longer you wait or put off getting started with your search engine optimization efforts, the more work you will have to do. The more strategies you have, the better. It is okay to build slower, but it will take more time. Do what your time and or your budget can handle. Do as much as you possibly can. And this is true with all of your Power Lead System opt-in forms. Google is not a fan of opt-in forms. I mentioned that yesterday. So you need to outwit and outplay and outmatch so that they will get recognized as a quality opt-in form to provide great quality information, knowing that all they need to do is get a name and email to get great information from you. The search engines frequently change. As mentioned earlier, in 2010, Google had 500 plus changes to their algorithm. 500 plus changes. In 2013, they probably had the same thing happen. I don't know the exact number. If you can't keep up with these changes, you need to be working with someone who can. But here's a tip. If you can't even do that, know that content is king and continue to provide content each and every single day as much as you possibly can for your website. The more content you provide, the better your ranking is going to be, providing your content is relevant to what your website offers. So if we're talking about VirCast here, and we're talking about video conferencing software, and we want to write an article, a blog post, we want to write a blog post about how to give a presentation, something like that. We don't want to be talking about the Red Sox game and how it went, how it played out. You need to implement the best SEO practices for maximum results. And just to recap, we talked about the basics of SEO, the on-site and off-site needs of SEO, how important it is to get SEO rankings, and what your expectations are. It takes time. So if you know that it takes time, the best time to get started is right now. Today, get started doing something with search engine optimization and don't stop. Start small if you need to, but don't stop. Get started and don't stop. It takes a long, long time to do it right. My name is Keith Carberry for the Power Lead System, PLS Daily. Kaboom, kabang, kaching. Thank you everyone for being here. I will be here tomorrow, and starting on Monday, we've got some great, really cool things happening with PLS Daily. We will see you tomorrow.